Link has been around for over 30 years. Over the years, he has become a timeless and beloved character, all without uttering a single word. Today, we're going to discuss just why that is and why so many identify with the Hylian legend. One of the most interesting aspects of Link is that he, as a character, has not spoken in a single mainline game since the franchise's inception in 1986. There are a couple well-known, albeit unpopular instances where Link speaks in the CDI games and the animated TV series.
Well, excuse me, princess.
But as far as canon events go, he is the strong, silent type. The developer's decision to model the character this way probably seemed unconventional, especially as games became more advanced. Games became so advanced that their scripts began to look like a photo album from the 1970s, and many of them are better for it. There are plenty of examples of iconic heroes from other games whose dialogue contributes greatly to the overall game. However, our Link remains silent nonetheless. The choice to keep Link silent serves several narrative and immersive functions from a gameplay perspective. Shigeru Miyamoto, one of the chief creators behind the series, has explained that Link is designed to be a quote-unquote link between the player and the game world. Without a prescribed voice or dialogue, players are free to impose their thoughts, feelings, and intentions onto the character. Silence often serves as a powerful and underutilized tool. Rather than a mere absence of sound or dialogue, silence can be an active presence, loaded with meaning and capable of conveying profound emotions and truths. Link's silence allows players to become more than just passive observers. They are active participants in the unfolding narrative. By refraining from assigning a specific voice or set dialogue to Link, the creators provide a blank canvas upon which players can project their own thoughts, feelings, and reactions. In this void, players find the freedom to interpret and shape their own experiences, effectively bridging the gap between character and player. In the more recent games of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the overall tone of the games mirrors the more silent approach. The silence enhances the atmospheric depth of the game. Ambient sounds, the rustle of leaves, the distant cry of a creature, or the haunting lull of a distant melody become more pronounced and significant. In the absence of dialogue, players become attuned to the subtleties of the game world, noticing details they might otherwise overlook. The world feels richer and more alive, and players are invited to listen, observe, and immerse themselves more deeply rather than having a smorgasbord of sounds thrown at them. Link's silence can also amplify the emotional weight of certain moments. Imagine a scene where Link faces a significant loss or discovers a monumental truth. Without words, players are left to interpret the raw emotion from the visuals, music, and context. This absence of direct explanation often leads to more profound personal interpretations and connections to the story. While Link's silence serves to allow us to project ourselves onto him, his role as the hero of courage serves as a conduit for some of our own aspirations. Link embodies ideals and traits that resonate with universal desires for heroism, unwavering courage, selflessness, resilience, adaptability, integrity, and growth. The desire to emulate the virtues of fictional characters like Link is not new. From ancient myths to modern superheroes, people have always found inspiration in tales of extraordinary individuals like Hercules and Superman. In the context of video games, this aspirational connection can be even more potent due to the interactive nature of the medium. Link's most famous attribute that we would most likely want to emulate is that of courage. At its most basic level, Link regularly confronts formidable adversaries. From towering bosses like Ganon to swarms of enemies, his ability to stand firm in the face of immediate danger exemplifies traditional bravery. However, courage extends beyond mere physical bravery. Link is often confronted with unfamiliar territories through which he must travel. Think of the last time you started a new school or a new job filled with new faces and challenges. One must learn to overcome personal doubts and fears, which is just as crucial as any battle skill. Link's courage also manifests in his unwavering commitment to the values he holds dear: justice, love, and peace. This moral courage drives him to oppose oppressive forces, even when the odds are heavily stacked against him. It's a commitment to a cause, an ideal, and the well-being of Hyrule's people. Another trait we most likely admire in Link is his selflessness, doing good for the sake of doing good. I'm sure we have all heard the saying, evil wins when good men do nothing. He is the protector of the kingdom, a childhood friend, or a personal champion sworn to protect Zelda. He often works with various NPCs for their benefit and to make their lives easier. He is also the guardian of the Triforce of Courage in some games. Despite possessing such immense power, Link never seeks it for selfish reasons. His aim is always to prevent its misuse and ensure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. This attribute, seamlessly woven into the fabric of his character, serves as a powerful reminder of the profound impact of placing others' needs and the greater good above one's own desires and ambitions. Were it not for Link, evil assuredly would win. While I hope to someday embody the virtue of selflessness as much as Link, one way that you can show some selflessness is with a subscription to the channel. And normally I do not like to ask for this kind of stuff, but I am trying to grow the channel. I really don't want this as some kind of handout. I only want it if you feel like I've earned it and you are enjoying the content. If so, I would greatly appreciate it. It's important to remember that we cannot always be like Link. Link represents an ideal, and even the best of us cannot always be the pinnacle of all that is good all of the time. In our daily lives, we face challenges that don't always have clear solutions. Our battles are often internal, wrestling with dilemmas, insecurities, and choices that don't present an evident right or wrong. We don't have the master sword to cut through our problems, nor a fairy to guide us when the path becomes unclear. But that doesn't make our struggles any less significant or our victories any less triumphant. Instead of aiming to be a mirror image of Link, perhaps it's more practical to draw inspiration from his values and ideals, embracing the courage he embodies, the persistence with which he approaches every challenge, and the kindness he extends even to those who might not always deserve it. But also understanding that it's okay to falter, to not have all the answers, or to feel overwhelmed. In reality, the power of characters like Link doesn't lie in their perfection, but in their ability to inspire us to strive towards bettering ourselves. They remind us that while we may never constantly be paragons of virtue, every act of kindness, every brave decision, and every step forward counts. Our journey, much like Link's, is not defined by the end, but by moments of growth, resilience, and compassion we experience throughout. In the realm of video gaming, the line between the character and the player often blurs, creating a unique bond and shared experience that traditional passive media just cannot achieve. In the Legend of Zelda series, this bond transforms from mere engagement to a profound symbiotic relationship, where players don't just control Link, but genuinely become part of his journey. When controlling Link, every strategic maneuver, every timed jump, and every arrow shot requires the player's direct input. As such, Link's triumphs in the vast landscapes of Hyrule are intrinsically tied to the player's skills and decisions. This creates a sense of personal investment and accomplishment. With every puzzle solved in a dungeon or enemy vanquished in the fields of Hyrule, there's a sense of direct achievement. Each victory, no matter how small, feels personal because it's a direct result of the player's actions. This results in a heightened emotional connection with Link and the game's narrative. The pride of deciphering a challenging puzzle or the relief of emerging victorious from a tough boss battle is felt deeply because players have actively shaped that outcome. While primarily following a set storyline, is sprinkled with choices and interactions that require more than just strategic thinking. They require moral judgment. Whether it's deciding to help a stranded NPC, choosing how to allocate limited resources, or engaging in side quests that delve into deeper themes of loss, love, or courage, players are often nudged to reflect on their decisions. These choices aren't just about game progression, but resonate on a personal level, compelling players to internalize and contemplate the virtues and values they've chosen to uphold. As players guide Link through his journey, making decisions that mirror his nobility, they aren't merely playing a game, they're enacting a narrative of heroism and virtue. Over time, this repeated enactment fosters a connection where players don't just admire Link's qualities, but aspire to embody them themselves. The lines between the digital hero and the player blur, creating a shared identity of valor and honor. Players, through direct control and engagement, don't merely observe a hero's journey. They live it, making each challenge faced and virtue upheld a shared testament to the enduring spirit of heroism. Well, everyone, that's going to be it for now. I hope you enjoyed examining some of the nuances of Link's character and why he means so much to so many of us. If you feel like I've earned your subscription, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.